Hey everyone, welcome to my newest video, which has some pretty exciting stuff in it. The first being, if you haven't been able to tell it yet, we are shooting with a brand new camera. So you should definitely be seeing some quality improvements in this new video that I'm doing today. And the second thing is, I am gonna be doing a giveaway in this video, and I'll give you a quick little glimpse of what you can win here. Pretty exciting stuff, so make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. But for right now, we need to worry about this makeup look because it's really pretty and really appropriate for the holiday season. And it is a look that was inspired by some makeup that Demi Lovato has been wearing recently on the X Factor. She has been wearing quite a bold brow. We didn't go quite that bold for this look, but also some pretty golds on her eyes and a very classic red lip. And I think it's just beautiful and perfect for this time of year. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through the steps of how to create this look. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I said, be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video so you can get all the details about this giveaway. I'm really excited to give you guys a prize, so stay tuned. I'm going to begin by using the Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation, which is a new foundation that I'm trying out this week, and so far so good. And it comes in a container like this one here. And I am in the shade 320 Warm Golden. So I am just going to take some of this on my Real Techniques stippling brush. I'm just blending this all over my face till I get nice even coverage. Now, recently in Florida, the weather's been fluctuating quite a bit from getting pretty warm, like around 78, to having some cooler days. So I've been having some issues with my skin being really dry with the weather changes. So lately I have been using Fix Plus from MAC just to kind of set my foundation and freshen my skin, especially with the extra dryness I've been having. So I'm just gonna take it and spritz my face. Whew. Next, I'm gonna move on to brows, and if you've been following the X Factor, or Demi Lovato for that matter, you've been seeing that her brows have been making quite the transformation from more of a thin arched brow to these kind of full-on super thick brows. So today I'm gonna kind of go somewhere in between and thicken up my brow shape a little bit, but I'm not gonna go too crazy. And I am going to be using the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder. And I have the one here in the color Taupe Ash, and I'm gonna be using the darker color in the kit. With a small 266 angled brush from MAC, I'm just gonna start brushing this into my brows, filling in any sparse spots to start. And as you can see, my brows are pretty thick and defined on their own. So once I have the sparse spots filled in, I'm just gonna start building up my brow just a little bit to make them appear a little bit more thick, similar to Demi's. And I'll be back in a second once I have my other brow done. So now that both my brows are filled in now, I'm gonna go ahead and use some eyeshadow primer, and I'm gonna be using the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. And this is just a mini one that came in my Lorac Pro Palette kit, and I am just gonna put a little bit of this onto my finger and dab this all over my eyelid. Now for the eyeshadows for this look, I'm gonna be using my Lorac Pro Palette. The two shades in the palette that I'm gonna start off with are the light bronze and gold colors right here. Starting with the color Light Bronze and a fluffy shadow brush, I'm gonna start applying this to the inner third of my eyes. Next, before using the gold color in the palette, I'm gonna use my Fix Plus spray and my MAC 239 brush and spray my brush with it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the gold color, and doing this is going to help the color apply a lot more bright and pigmented. So now I am just applying this all over my eyelid. Now on my 217 brush, I'm using the color Taupe, and I'm going to be running this through my crease to soften that area. Go ahead and blend it in with the gold, and it shouldn't require much blending for these particular colors. Now on my MAC pencil brush, which is the 219 brush, I'm going to go ahead and start working the other MAC color Sable, which is a little darker, and working that right into that socket area of my crease. And this is going to really help add some depth to my eyes, which will look really nice and help them stand out. Now with my 217 brush, I'm going to pick up just the slightest bit of the dark brown matte color Espresso and really just work that onto the outer corner and slightly into the crease of my eye. Now with just a clean fluffy brush, another 217 would be great if you have one, just go ahead and blend out the edges so they appear nice and soft. Now going back to my 239 brush, I'm going to pick up a little bit of the color Sable and Espresso and mix them together and drag this along my lower lash line. I'm thinking about maybe the outer half. Then from the inner half and blending it into those dark colors on the lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and use the gold and light bronze colors. Go ahead and kind of blend those into each other. Now with my MAC 266 brush, I'm going to go ahead and use my MAC Black Track Fluid Liner and go ahead and line my upper lash line and create just the slightest flick at the end. Now using a black eye kohl, go ahead and line your lower waterline, and this is going to really help darken up the look and make it nice and dramatic. Now I'm just going to go ahead and curl my lashes before I put on my mascara. I'm going to start with a coat of my Maybelline The Falsies mascara. Finally, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Colossal Cat Eyes mascara and go over my lashes one more time and also coat my bottom lashes. So the next step is going to be to conceal under the eyes, and I am using the Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer in the color Light. And I am just going to go ahead, and it has kind of this brush tip applicator, and brush this under my eyes, creating kind of a V shape to highlight that area and cover up any dark circles. Then I'm going to go ahead and just use my ring fingers to blend this in under my eyes. Now I'm going to go ahead and contour my cheeks a little bit, and I am going to be using the blush from MAC in the color Harmony. And this is one of my favorite products to contour with. It's not orange at all, it's nice and matte, and I think it is just the perfect color, at least for someone with a similar skin tone to me. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the color Harmony and just go ahead and buff this into the hollows of my cheek. If any of your contouring ever looks a little harsh, you can go ahead and take something like a kabuki or buffing brush and buff those areas out a little bit to soften it. For my cheeks, I'm going to be using the NYX blush in the color Pinched. And I really love this blush, and I heard someone say before that it is kind of like an in-between of Orgasm and Deep Throat from NARS, which I think is really cool if you're looking for something like those blushes, because you kind of get the best of both with this blush, and I really like this blush. So I'm going to be using another kind of angled contour brush to apply my blush. I just find that I like the shape of this for how I like to apply my blush, and I'm going to apply this almost over where I've contoured and then blend it a little bit onto the apples of my cheek. Now I'm going to use just the slightest bit of highlighter, and I'm going to be using my Dior highlighter in the color Amber Diamond, and it's just this really gorgeous highlighting powder, and I really love this product. So if you are looking to splurge, I would definitely check this out. And using my MAC 187 brush, or basically any brush you have lying around that's nice and fluffy, go ahead and pick up a little and just kind of dust it on the top of your cheekbones. And I'm not going to use too much, but it's going to add just the nice right amount of highlight to my face, which I think is especially pretty for this time of year when you're going to holiday parties and that sort of thing. Now onto my lips. Lately, if you've been watching The X Factor, there have been several episodes where Demi has been rocking kind of a really nice, true, classic red lip, and I think it looks really gorgeous on her, and I think a red lip pairs perfectly with gold, shimmery, bronzy eyeshadows, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do with this look. And I'm gonna start by lining my lips with the color Brick from MAC, and it's not quite a true red, it's a little deeper, but it pairs perfectly with the lipstick in Russian Red, which I'm also gonna be using. So I am just gonna go ahead and line my lips. Now, once I'm finished lining my lips, I'm gonna be using my MAC lipstick in the color Russian Red. And it's this really pretty classic, true kind of red that, like I said, Demi's been wearing a lot recently. And I'm gonna go ahead and just apply this directly onto my lips. Now, once you have your Russian Red lipstick on, you can go ahead and leave it how it is at this point. I think it looks really classic, almost kind of pin-up-y, but I'm gonna make it just a little bit more dark. So what I'm gonna do is use this Revlon lipstick I have here, and it is in the color Black Cherry. And as you can see, this color is super, super dark, so it would be a lot to wear on its own. But what I'm gonna do is take a lip brush and just pick some of this up and go over the lipstick I already have on, and it's just gonna really deepen it up. And so here is my completed Demi Lovato inspired look. Like I said, she's been wearing similar looks on the X Factor recently, and I also just think this is just such a gorgeous look to wear to holiday parties, and I hope you guys have a really easy time creating it. Now, on to the exciting stuff, the giveaway. So let me tell you a little bit more about what you can win and what you need to do to win the prizes. The first item is this Sephora Give Me Some Lip Set that they are currently selling right now. And first off, I just wanna say, I think this is a really great gift if you are looking for Christmas or Hanukkah gifts or anything else. It comes with, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different lip products. 4 are in smaller sample size, but you do get 2 full-size products. And full-size ones are the Tarte Lip Stain and the Sephora Gloss. And these are some really great brands in here, and they're all kind of in neutral peachy rose colors, so super pretty. And I think this is a great little kit for someone who wants to try out some products but doesn't necessarily want to commit to full sizes. So you will win this, and this is brand new, never been used. And the second thing that you will win, I actually picked up this summer, but I've been holding on to it till I did a giveaway, and I thought it would be the perfect kind of match to give with the lip glosses because of the color. And it is this MAC eyeshadow pot, and it is in the color Free to Be. And this is actually one of my favorite colors from MAC. I know you haven't seen me use it in a tutorial yet, but I love matte eyeshadow, and this is a really gorgeous kind of pinky coral color, and I think that it will work great with these lip glosses. So you know you want to win these things. I know you do. Now, here's how you're going to enter the contest. First things first, you need to be a subscriber to my channel. So if you aren't already, go ahead and be sure you click the subscribe buttons that are around up here. And the other thing is, like this video, it really helps the video out, so click the little thumbs up like guide below. The second thing you need to do is go to my Facebook page, like my page if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends, so that way they can check out this look and they can also enter if they want to as well. Now, the third and final step is gonna be, once you have subscribed, liked the video, done the Facebook thing, you can leave a comment below and let me know what your #1 wish list item is for this holiday season. So whether you're really wanting the Naked palette or there's some MAC products that you're really hoping Santa brings, leave me a comment below and let me know what that item is, and that will indicate to me that you have done all of those other things, subscribed, etc. This contest is going to end on Friday, December 7th at midnight Eastern Standard Time. So you have until then to go ahead and do all of those steps and leave your comment below. Once again, All of these details are down below in the info box, so if you don't think you caught everything, just check down below and I will have everything there for you. So I really hope that you all have enjoyed this video and that this is a look that you'll be able to use this holiday season. Be sure you enter the contest and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all soon, and good luck winning. Bye.